Derby races for 3-year-old horses date back to the original Derby Stakes, named for the Earl of Derby in England in 1780, and they've spread throughout the world. Horse racing is one of the few sports where males and females can compete on equal footing, or equal hoofing, at the highest level. The filly Eleanor became the first female horse to win the Derby in 1801. 3 fillies have won the Kentucky Derby against colts and geldings: Regret in 1915, Genuine Risk in 1980, and Winning Colors in 1988.
Gates open. The 2015 Colorado Derby is underway with the filly Kalinda Dawn breaking on top.
In Colorado in 2015, the Dark Bay filly Kalinda Dawn defeated male horses in the Colorado Derby. What made her victory even more impressive was that it was her second stakes win in 1 week after capturing the George Wafer Memorial the week before. Jockey Dennis Collins pointed Kalinda Dawn to the front, and the filly never looked back.
But the filly taking on the boys will go on to win the Colorado Derby. Second stakes win in less than a week. An amazing performance from Kalinda Dawn.
The 2016 Colorado Derby featured a field of 7. Dugaboy Brown was the 6-5 favorite off his win in the Colorado Thoroughbred Breeders Association Derby for Colorado breds. Waste It Wisely had run 4th in a Derby for Arizona breds at Turf Paradise. Miner's Notion was a maiden looking for his first career win. Noble Artist had been runner-up in 2 stakes races at Arapahoe Park in 2016. Cattle Company ran in a Kentucky Derby prep in New Mexico, but then dropped to the lower claiming level of racing. Early Sunset was one of 2 horses in the race trained by leading Arapahoe Park thoroughbred trainer Stetson Rushton, along with Miner's Notion. R-Dub was the Colorado bred champion 2-year-old coulter gelding in 2015. One Like Scooter was jumping up in class after a strong claiming win. The $35,000 stake took place over 1 1/16. Coming into Colorado to ride Noble Artist was Scott Stevens. He has won more than 4,500 career races. Leading Arapahoe Park thoroughbred jockey Tracy Hebert has more than 3,800 career victories. Each jockey's career has spanned 5 decades.
Gates open. The Colorado Derby is underway with 1 1/16 in front of them. A great start for Cattle Company. Forwardly placed by Tracy Hebert, but now allowing Miner's Notion and Dugaboy Brown to come through to his inside to contest the lead. Noble Artist sits off the leader's heels in the Navy Silks, running together now with Cattle Company about 3 lengths from the front, and then comes R-Dub in the Purple Silks outside of Waste It Wisely. One Like Scooter and Early Sunset are at the rear of the field as they head to the backstretch in the Colorado Derby with 3/4 of a mile to go. Mike Ziegler and Dugaboy Brown show the way. A clean pair of heels, 1.5 lengths in front of Miner's Notion. Creeping closer in second, and Cattle Company 3 horses wide in the pink and white striped jacket. Noble Artist in a great position for Scott Stevens in 4th, racing 4 lengths off the lead. R-Dub is taking a brave route up the inside in the Purple Silks, and then comes One Like Scooter 3rd last from Early Sunset, and Waste It Wisely is detached at the rear of the field, 7 lengths behind the second last horse and about 13 lengths off the lead. It's Dugaboy Brown, no turning back for him. With 3/8 of a mile to go, Dugaboy Brown has led from the start. Cattle Company ranging up to his outside, and then comes the maiden Miner's Notion shuffling back, overtaken by One Like Scooter and then Noble Artist. Early Sunset and R-Dub with a lot of work to do, and Waste It Wisely is at the rear as they turn for home, and Dugaboy Brown now put to the acid test by Cattle Company. They race to the final furlong, and Cattle Company putting his best foot forward, passes Dugaboy Brown. It's down to these 2, a long gap back to Miner's Notion and Early Sunset, but Cattle Company taking a big step forward in his career. Cattle Company and Tracy Hebert capture the Colorado Derby over Dugaboy Brown, and then came Early Sunset and Miner's Notion in 1 minute 45.67 seconds for the 1 1/16.
Cattle Company was ridden by Tracy Hebert for trainer Tim Weeder and owner Jeff West. The 3-year-old bay gelding won his first stake and has started to turn his career around in Colorado.
He was a kind of horse that I knew he would relax for me. And, the track was a little hard today, and my thing was to kind of ease him off the pace without taking nothing out of him. But he relaxed pretty well. I was real pleased the way he came back to me. Around the turn, when I hit the 3/8 pole, man, I knew I had the leaders. I knew I had horse. I didn't think, I could have, at that time, I knew the leader had to have horse to beat me, because, I was just sitting, and I was able to wait till almost down the lane to really ask him. And when I hit the button, he gave it to me.